Hello, I'm MC Knight. Welcome to the Dragon's Lair. This is episode 19. As you can see, I'm here at the sorting system that I built in the last episode, and everything's working pretty well. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe start from the back end here and start bringing other items in that aren't blocks. I'm just not sure how many sections I need to leave for blocks, but I guess I'm gonna kind of worry about some of that later on. So this episode, I have been thinking long and hard about what I want to do next, and so I've kind of got a little bit of a problem coming. My problem is this. When I was at the starter house, I had a nice supply of sugar cane. Just had a little farm going there. But I had a fairly good supply of sugar cane. And now I'm down to just a little over 8 stacks. And I've got almost 2 stacks of rockets on me. And then the chest where I have, or the shulker box that I have rockets, I only have one more stack. And so, at the rate I'm going to soon run out of sugarcane to make rockets. The dilemma that I have with that is the sugarcane farm that I want to make, I want to use a flying slime machine. I've only got 33 slime balls, and that is not going to be near enough. So, when I'm doing a world, I try to think ahead of what I'm going to need in the next steps. So in this case, I know to do the sugar cane, which is one of the things that I need, I also need more slime balls. So I think in this episode, we're going to build a slime farm. Now, before we do that, I wanted to explain a couple things to you. One, you might notice just above my hotbar, you'll see where it has XYZ 2301, 89, negative 157, West, and 1337. So that is coordinates HUD. I activated that during the last episode, and I've been trying it out, and at this point I kind of like it, because if I watch the time, when it hits 1832, I can sleep. Also, I know that 8 o'clock is when the villagers start trading. Another thing you might notice, there's a couple shulker boxes here, and the one says netherite and the other one says wither. So Rapid Sphinx has 3 shulker or skeleton skulls in here and some TNT, and he was talking about wanting to do an adventure. He wanted to do it at a time when I was trying to work on a sorting system and I couldn't do it then, and right now he's not able to get on. He's got some things going on. He's quite busy in real life. And so I don't know that we're going to be able to do either of those for a little while. So I'm just kind of leaving the shulker boxes and the signs there, kind of to remind me that we need to do this. The other thing is, if I hit F3, you'll see in the very top left-hand corner, it says Minecraft 1.20.4. So we switched over to 1.20.4, and we did that just recently. So we're as up to date as I think we can be right now in the server. Still waiting for 1.21 to come out. There's some things that I think are going to be exciting about that. And when we get the chance to update to that, we're going to go to 1.21. Right now, what I think I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and grab the supplies that I'm going to need for this slime farm. I've watched a number of videos, and out of all the videos that I watched, I think the slime farm that I think is going to be the easiest to build and most suitable to my purposes is going to be one that was in an episode of Waddles of this year and of the most recent season. And so I am going to follow his directions on how to build this slime farm. I am here at the edge of the swamp, and part of the reason that I picked this swamp is because there's a witch hut. So this swamp, I'll show you, is pretty big. And I actually think probably over in this area, right in around here, is going to be a good spot to build our slime farm. There's not a whole lot of land here. I'll have to clear a bunch of trees out. But yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty good area. And then what I want to do too is I want to use this witch hut to make a witch farm. Because that way I'll get a whole bunch of redstone and other items. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to clear out some trees from this area and get started on this witch farm, or this slime farm. I needed to run back to the house. I needed to grab some obsidian. I wanted to grab a flint and steel, though I did already have one. But I didn't have any obsidian because I want to make a portal up at the AFK spot. And also I needed to grab a few other items. I needed to grab some dirt. I wanted to grab some tinted glass and some scaffolding. So what I've done is I have a slab placed here in the center of the farm, and then I went out 12 blocks from each direction and filled everything in. And so I'm going to go ahead and continue working on this. I'm not going to give a step-by-step tutorial. If you want that, I'm going to put a link in the description for Waddle's video on how to build this slime farm. And you can watch that and you can build your own farm. I finished the slime farm. Now, I did do some clearing out around the farm. But as you can see, I have a skeleton archer over here. I've got a zombie under that tree. I've got a skelly archer down here. I did have a zombie as well. So I need to put slabs on top of the walls of the farm. And then I do want to clear out a bit more, because I think there's a few too many spawn areas yet. There's not a whole lot. You can see there's a little bit of dirt down there. And that is almost about it, I think. I think I've got everything else cleared out. There's some trees down there, but they're not going to spawn on the leaves. And so I think by the looks of it, I've got a little bit of area to clear out here. And I think that's going to be it. And then I think it'll be good. I'm not getting an exceptional amount of spawns, but I'm not looking to get an exceptional amount of slime balls. In the last world that I was on, I built a pretty giant slime farm, and I ended up having so many slime blocks and slime balls that I didn't know what to do with. And I'm not really looking to do that, and that's why I didn't build this at my base, and I built it here so if I need slime, then I can come here and AFK for a little bit, get some slime, and I'm good to go. I came back to the house. I needed to grab a couple things. I wanted to grab some obsidian for in the nether. And I'm here in the nether hub. And so you can see this is the portal to my base and Rapid Spink's base. And then if you follow down through here and go to the left, that's to spawn. Now I wanted to update you on something else. So you'll notice that we have a new area here. And recently, Ethy84 has joined our server. And so this is his area. This is his portal to his base. I'm not going to go there right now. We'll go to his base at some point in the future. So I would suggest that you, if you want to find out more about ET84, you can check out his videos. I'll try to remember to put a link in my video to his video so you can check him out. So what I did was I've been working a little bit here and there on trying to get the hub opened up, and it takes a lot of mining on the netherrack, and I don't really spend a great amount of time on it. But what I also did was I dug a tunnel here. So this goes for, I guess it's probably close on 550 to 600 blocks. And everything went very well. I had a couple open areas that I had to build, and it wasn't that big of a deal. But it ended up that at one point, I ended up in a basalt delta. And I had to start mining through basalt and blackstone, and it took me a little bit longer. My pickaxe was down pretty low in durability, so I went back to the base and I traded with some villagers to mend all my tools, and I also went ahead and grabbed some obsidian and a flint. So now we're going to go here to the end of this tunnel, and I am going to go ahead and put up the portal and light it. If I did everything correctly, and I'm crossing my fingers that I did, we will end up at the top of the slime farm. Now, when I was up at the AFK spot near the portal, at one point I did sort of kind of go into it, but I didn't go through. So I'm hoping that that did not activate a portal here in the nether. Because if it did, that portal's going to be way down below. And that's going to be a little bit of a problem for me. When I come back through, I'm going to end up being at a spot that I don't want to be. But we're going to see, and hopefully that does not happen. And so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to place the obsidian down. And we're going to see if my calculations were correct in the first place. Alright, so we should be able to light that. Alright, we're going to go through and see if I am at the slime farm. And it is kind of scary if I'm not, because it most definitely is dark. and I really don't want to have to deal with that. But, well, here goes nothing. All right, so that worked out. You'll see that I did move the glass up one block higher. I also brought some glass with me because I want to finish the ceiling here. Um, I think I'm gonna come out just this one more. That way it's this area here is all covered. I put glass around the edge so it's impossible to fall off. Also, I did go down, so you might remember there was some grass blocks down there where some mobs were spawning. I did go down and remove those. I haven't removed all the trees, but they're in water, and so nothing's going to really spawn there. So I wasn't really all that concerned about it. I did try to clear everything out that I thought was necessary, and I did spend some time up here and did not see any mobs whatsoever. So I think we're good as far as that's concerned. The slimes, they don't spawn super fast, but they've been producing fairly well. I took the slime that were in the chest and I made blocks out of it, and I got about a stack and a half of slime blocks. So we're in good shape to end up building the flying slime machine for the sugarcane farm, which that is what I'm going to be working on next. At least that's the plan. So I think what I am going to do is I'm going to AFK here for about an hour and see just exactly how many slime balls we get. One of my concerns is I'm not sure if the chest down there is going to be big enough for that long of a period of time, but I think we'll be okay. And if not, it'll be in the chest or the hopper above. And if not, well, they're just going to despawn, and I'm not going to be super worried about it. So I will check back in with you in about 1 hour. It has been about 30 minutes, and so I am back. I decided to come back a little early because I thought, well, if I'm concerned about having enough room in the chest down there, maybe I ought to cut this a little bit short. So I am going to go down here as soon as I can get myself in the middle of this scaffolding, and we're going to take a look in the chest and see just exactly how many slime balls we have in 30 minutes. So here is the moment of truth, and okay, we got almost 18 stacks, so that's not too bad. I'm actually glad that I cut the little AFK session short because the chest definitely would have filled up in an hour. I am back up at the AFK platform, and so I am going to go through the portal. We're going to find out if it brings me back to the area that I just built, and it does. Okay, so we're good. I am going to head back to the base, and I'm going to convert these slime balls into slime blocks, and I'm going to add slime blocks and slime balls to the sorting system, and I'm going to go ahead and put away some things that I have in my inventory, and I will meet up with you there. I added the slime blocks right over here, and we got 27 in the chest. It's not a great amount, but it's a good start. I also have a chest back in the house that has 2 stacks of slime blocks that I'm gonna keep out. That should probably be enough for the sugarcane farm. I have to find a video that I like and start working on the slime or the sugarcane farm. And then I have the slime balls in here. And so I am going to continue adding to the sorting system. If I ever fill up this top row and I need more space, I'll add another layer. But for now, I think it's going to be good. And now we've got slime balls and or slime blocks that we can add to our inventory. And so that is ever expanding. I still have a number of items that I know I need to add in here. I have some in the house that I still need to bring down here and add. And I do that a little bit here and a little bit there. And I keep working on it. I think that's where I'm going to end this episode. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is for you. I will catch you next time, and until then, I'm MC Knight.